everyone, welcome back to the homestead. I'm dehydrating some basil today. Y'all know that good organic herbs are not cheap. So what I did is I harvested all of the basil that I had left in my garden for the season. I washed everything off really well and selected just the best of these leaves. So anything that grew too close to the stem, any leaves that may have been wilted, I removed those. I've also removed any of the blooms, the flowers. So again, the only thing that I'm using is just good, fresh, green leaves. I've also picked off all of the leaves, so I'm not using any stems in there because when you crush those up, those don't break down very small, and I really don't like using those. Now, after I washed everything off really well, I set it to the side, let it just air dry a little bit, and then I placed it on my racks that are gonna go in my dehydrator. Now, I don't pay particular attention to not having any leaves on top of each other. I haven't found a problem with that. They can be stacked somewhat, but at the same time, I don't want these racks so full that there's no air flowing through them. So I want to make sure that, you know, there's good airflow in between these. Once I have those racks full, loaded up, I loaded those into my dehydrator and shut the door and turned it on. Now my dehydrator automatically sets for 10 hours of runtime at 158 degrees temperature. This can be adjusted. On mine, some dehydrators do not allow you to adjust the temperature, so your temperature is going to probably be 158 degrees, which I found for herbs works just fine. So I just let it go at 158 degrees, and then I checked on it about every couple of hours to just get it to the point where the leaves are nice and dry. I don't want to overcook this. There is a little bit of warmth in there. Again, it's 158 degrees. So I don't want to cook them. I just want them to be dry really well. After about 4 hours, my leaves were dry. I turned it off, let them cool down at room temperature, and once they were cool, then I tested again to make sure that they were nice and crispy, that they really were actually dry, that they didn't rehydrate with the just the humidity in the air. So once I know that everything is nice and dry like I want it to be, then I'm going to take everything and just dump it on some parchment paper. Now, you guys remember how many leaves were on one of these racks at the beginning? Look at how much they shrink down in that dehydrator. Once I know that they're ready to go, I'm just going to place them inside a little baggie. Just a little plastic bag. I don't usually use a Ziploc bag. Those are a little bit, almost a little too heavy, but you can certainly use a Ziploc bag if that's all you have. These are just the very inexpensive, I think they're mainly for bread, for storing bread. So now that all of the leaves are in here, I'm going to go ahead and just crush those up really well and basically turn them into powder. And I have to tell you guys, the smell is just heavenly. There's just nothing quite like homegrown herbs. Okay, you guys remember how many leaves I had? I had that big bowl that was full of leaves. This is all that came out of it. So you can see how much that shrinks down. That's probably why herbs cost so much, right? But if you grow them yourself and you know how to preserve them so that you have them for following months so that you can use it throughout the year, then it's totally worth it. Thank y'all so much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.